All of the Falcons' offseason workouts, and yesterday he deleted Falcons photos from his Instagram page. The team said Julio wanted a, quote, fresh start on social media and nothing more. There has been speculation that Julio has an issue with his contract. He currently has 3 years left on his $71 million deal, and his average salary is behind 7 other wide receivers. Dan, what's going on here?
I don't think it's a big deal because this is voluntary, and this seems so out of character for a guy that's not known for causing ripples. You can see him skip 1 week, he'll go for 300 yards, and the next week they throw him 2 passes, and he doesn't say a word.
That's true.
He's not flailing around. He's not saying, give me the ball, blah, blah, blah. So this seems a little out of character for him, but he's not really active. His last post on Twitter was January 31st, and he normally posts products that he's sponsored by. So I'm not overly concerned now. We start getting to these mandatory mini camps. This is going to be a different issue, so we'll discuss that then. But right now, Skip, I don't really see this as an issue.
Interesting. So, could it have to do with the fact that he has now fallen to be the 6th highest paid receiver in pro football? Could it have something to do with that? Yeah. Money can be at the root of all evil. Could it be something?
Well, I don't know if it's the money. They say money is the root of all evil. It's the lack.
Or the desire.
Yeah, that would get you, Skip.
No, I agree with you. Could be that. It could be that Matt Ryan's due for a big extension.
He going first.
And then Grady Jarrett's supposed to get re-upped, and Jake Matthews and Ricardo Allen, and maybe he's hearing all this talk and he's thinking,
whoa, what about me?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
And he is. He is really good, and you can make a case he's the best. I think Antonio's slightly more productive, but Julio's right up there.
Okay.
So it could also be this. About a month ago, this controversial show, and that's become controversial thanks to your man, LeBron James.
What happened?
The barbershop show that Alabama does, now called Bama Cuts, right? Julio was featured on that show about a month ago.
Knockoff.
Huh? It's a knockoff? I think it was a startup. I think they, actually, I think Undisputed had the first one, right?
Oh, is it a knockoff of LeBron's knockoff of ours?
Yeah, one of those?
Maybe.
I have no comment.
Okay. So, Julio did participate in one about a month ago that got posted, and he talked about social media. And if we could just take, as Joy says, a listen to that, let's do it.
You delete social media right now, what you stand for? Who are you? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that, social media ain't gonna make me. You know what I'm saying? It's good to, like, interact, business and things like that, but it don't make me as a man. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what people gotta figure out. Let it go, let it delete tomorrow.
Aha.
Yeah.
Could this be it?
It don't make me.
So he was basically, Julio, lecturing the undergraduate players,
right?
The current players at Alabama, just don't get caught up in social media. The first word was that he used that we didn't see there was it can be ruining. It can ruin you.
Okay.
And then Coach Saban walked in the door and started talking about how, I'll just read Coach Saban's quote. Julio said, Coach, we're talking about social media. And Coach Saban said, it can create an unrealistic reality if you use that as all of your self-satisfaction. He said, some people get to the point their whole being is dependent on self-satisfaction that you derive from social media. That's Coach Saban, right?
Yes.
Those
are
are
true, Skip.
Powerful words. And I believe that. Sometimes I worry that you get caught up in it, but you do believe that. So is it possible that Julio yesterday just said, I'm going to set an example and I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to, as the team said, I'm just going to start fresh to show the kids at Alabama, I don't really need to be dependent on this. I don't need it to define who I am.
Well, I think for me, Skip, I'm a little different. Had I not accomplished what I accomplished, maybe I would look for that to get validation. Do I like interacting with people? They ask me something, I respond to them. They say something funny, I say something back. Sure, I'll engage. People. As I've gotten in my older age, I've taken down some of the walls. I'm not as recluse as I used to be, although I don't do much. So I used to even do less than that. But I think, Skip, because we see people that, like, how do you get, and you not did what? And it's social media. They get 30, 40, 50, 60 million followers. Like, how? And it gives them that validation. Look, you like me, you don't, you don't. I'm not going to lose any sleep. So that's the way I look at it, Skip. Do I like engaging with people? Yeah, I do. I like busting you up better, so I like this platform even better.
As long as you don't need people to validate whether you busted me up
Oh,
or
yeah.
not.
That's a hashtag. That's supposed to be trending.
That, oh,
Get that
really?
trending.
It's
Get
trending?
that trending, y'all.
As long as you don't need during the breaks to see that so-and-so living in his mother's basement in Des Moines says, oh, Shannon.
Ain't nothing wrong with living in your mom's basement.
You got your butt kicked that time.
I had a Ferrari parked outside my grandma's house.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong
Had
with
a phone installed in my room, too. She said, baby, come on, stay with your granny.
Yeah.
And I did.
I think if this is true, this is why he deleted. This is a powerful statement.
Yeah.
And I think it could resonate with those kids to just say, wait a second, just don't let it control you.
Right.
Don't let it be you.
Right.
Don't let it make you somebody you're really not.
Exactly.
Because the other point, we don't have time to get into all the quotes from Julio, but he said, people don't put their flaws on social media. Obviously, they're going to build a persona that might not be real.
No, they got filter for flaws. They got filter for that. They have that thing. I see some of these women like, whoa. That ain't what you look like on IG.
You looking at those women?
I be following, mainly watches. I'll be looking at watches, cars, fitness.
He got that tie off Instagram.
I did. Yeah.
So you got that tie off Instagram?
Yeah. I got some shoes today too from a guy.
Really? Oh, they're gonna
from a guy.
Keep getting. You can't click on the ad, then you're done.
Oh, yeah, they get.
They're just gonna get you.
No, but Skip, I follow people that do shoes, watches, CrossFit, women that work out. I mean, guys that work out. I be trying to steal something. What? I ain't do nothing. What I do?
No, I have no comment.
I mean, until I
don't need to comment.
Well, first of all,
you commented.
Until I start Ricky Henderson and slide into people DM. Then you worry about that. Skip, I ain't bothering nobody. I stay to myself.
Yeah.
I be getting workouts and be posting some pictures of my dog and stuff. You see how I do. You see what I be posting. That's all I do, Skip. I don't bother nobody, man. I really don't.
As you know, I did speak at Vanderbilt on Thursday night and Friday. And in the Q&A section of the session part of my speech, at the end, one of the kids asked, why don't you follow anybody on Twitter? And, of course, I give my line about I'm a leader, not a follower, but that's not really true. The truth is that I don't need to follow anybody because I don't want what they think to become what I think. That's sheepthink. I just want to watch the game by myself and form my own opinion.
That's why I watch it in silence. See?
Okay.
That's what we do.
Yeah, but you're just steady going like this.
No. I'll be posting. I'll be posting my own thoughts. Like, when LeBron was handing out the mails, I thought he was Oprah. You get an L, Victor Oladipo. You get an L, Lance Stevenson. You get an L. I'm about to say, come on.
See what they think. Let's see. Oh, that's a good nickname. Ooh.
What?
I may steal that nickname.
What?
Oh, that's just
Skip, I don't bother nobody, Skip. I just be at home by myself,
Plus, you have a whole persona on social media now.
Y'all ain't see how
Uncle Shannon. Is that the real Uncle
I've been
or not?
Look, we gotta have one in Harvey Hills. Everybody can't be all buttoned up.
Oh, right.
Jed Clampett. Where was Jed Clampett from? He had to move to Beverly Hills.
He was from
Tennessee,
Arkansas. I think. You know what? I watched the first episode of that show like 2 weeks ago because it came up on Amazon Prime or whatever. I think he was from Arkansas.
Jethro Bodine, that was the boxer's son.
Yeah, I know it was. Yeah, Max Barrow was pretty good.
Yeah, he's a heavyweight world champion.
Yeah.
Skip, you make it seem like I ain't have no TV. I mean, we had a little. Well, we had two TV. Back then they had the console.
Yeah.
See, the console had the sound, but it didn't have the picture. So we had a little TV with the picture, and the console had the sound. So that's how the thing worked. When the TV didn't work, you had a bookcase, Joe.
Well, obviously you're older than me, so you know these sitcoms. I've never even heard of them.
TV had 3 channels, Joey. On, off, and don't mess with me. That was it. That's all my TV had. Yeah.
Well, to move the
the rabbit ears
around.
And had the vice grip to turn the channel because we done broke the knob.
Oh yeah, if you break the knob, it's from
You got the heel.
Awesome. We had the TV antenna outside.
Skip, you were in very elite status with the not following anyone because Beyonce used to not follow anyone.
Really?
Yeah. Now she follows 10 people.
Yeah.
She follows 10.
She follow me?
Yeah. No.
Babe, Beyonce, you need to follow your boy.
She follows her sister and Kelly Rowland and Mariah Carey.
That makes sense.
That's okay. Okay. I'm moving on.
I don't think Beyonce spends much time on Twitter though.
I'm moving on up. I'm gonna catch you though. That's what I'm going to. You keep on saying but when that thing,
it's important to have goals, Shannon.
Yeah. When that thing clicked 3 million, 4 million, I'm gonna be sitting back because I'm like,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, you're only 2.5 million.
That's okay.
Are the
you
Thunder
ain't started with
officially
2.5
done?
million.
No, I didn't.
We'll discuss that with Eddie House next.
Started with 1.